Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy II on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode, we started making our way up the Tower of Babil, and we ended the episode, I showed off the boss, two of the forms of the boss. We're actually going to now go up there and get a proper introduction to that boss, and we'll see the proper fight with the boss. So, he's right around the corner here, but I got a lot of random encounters here. When I was going, I actually just show that to show the boss forms off. Like I got from the save point up to the boss, like with basically like no random encounters. But well, this time it's just giving me a lot of encounters. But that's okay. We're able to handle him, and the boss, he ain't too hard to handle. So, Master Rubicant, please be careful. Evelyn has fallen, so the threat is gone. You take care of this place while I'm gone. Teleports away. So that's Rupicant, the fiend of fire. We were told he was here, but it looks like he warped somewhere. And we're going to get stuck fighting this mad scientist, who seems very, very happy that he's around. He's in charge now. Hee Gobas are both gone. But Gobas and Rubicant are both gone. Now I'm in charge here. What a weird guy. Hush, who's there? Oops. Rupes. He knows who we are, but we don't know who he is, but apparently Jarvis does. So, he tells him to call for help, and he will call for some help. And that help will be that Ballnab robot. As I showed in the last episode, you can defeat either him or Ballnab to basically end the battle. Defeating Ballnab, Dr. Lug will take over Ballnab's body, and then after a few rounds, he'll self-destruct. Defeating Dr. Lug first will cause Ballnab to self-destruct. And you'll see, I guess, why, as I just play this battle normally. Basically, at certain points, like, Ballnab is going to be like, you know, like, oil, need oil, and Dr. Lug's going to, you know, give him the oil that he needs. And that way, you know, if you defeat Dr. Lug, then he doesn't give the oil to Ballnab, and then Ballnab, you know, blows up, so... I guess he's a poorly constructed robot, but he hits pretty hard, so we're going to do the standard thing here with Lily to slow down both of them, and then she'll be on healing duty. The best way to take care of these guys at the same pace, basically, is to just have Georgie cast Titan, and with Georgie casting Titan, basically three rounds of Titan will basically either defeat them outright, depending on how the damage rolls, or it'll put them both at such low hit points that basically one more hit from Rupes, Jarvis, or Yang would finish them off. And as long as, like I said, they're slowed, they're going to move slow enough that they won't get another turn in after, you know, a Titan summon. Yeah, Titan, like I said, is non-elemental, probably the strongest spell that Georgie has right now. But, it's only useful against creatures that aren't flying. Because if they're flying, they just avoid the quake effect. I had Yang join in there with a little bit of a kick, but his kick is so weak compared to the amount of damage. Georgie's doing like 10 times more damage with her Titan summon. Now, like I said, 3 Titans usually finishes them off. If not, I just had Rupes there attack, and Jarvis, as soon as he pops up, I'd have him attack too. Yeah, so we defeat them both at the same time, and we just go into the next phase of the boss fight. Dr. Lug shows us his true power. He basically puts on like a suit of, I guess, power armor, like Iron Man did, I guess. So he jumps off the screen and he comes back as a cyborg. So this is the weird thing. The battle doesn't last all that long. He poisons you at first, which is really, really dumb, because then he tries to use this gas attack, and that's supposed to add, like, I think it's supposed to stone you. Usually that's what some gas attacks do, at least back in Final Fantasy 1 they were like a stone elemental. But when he poisons you all, remember I talked about how the status ailments have a hierarchy to them? So, because we're all poisoned, that status is never going to take effect on us, so he basically, like, prevents himself from using this gas status on us by poisoning us at first. The computer sometimes will do, like, if the battle lasts long enough, Dr. Luke will actually heal you. He'll cast like a full heal party and remove all that poison from you, but we managed to take him out pretty quickly there. I see he doesn't have too good high defense, doesn't have really a lot of hit points, but he does have the tower key. And that'll open up that door a few floors back that we couldn't get to. And he let us know that Rubicant has already moved all the crystals to the upper wall, and as revenge, he is going to destroy the dwarves with the super cannon. The dwarves are in danger. We must stop the super cannon. We must destroy it. Behind here is nothing really. I'm just going to go up and show it off. This is a point in the game where, like, I figure it would be neater if you would have still had Sid in your party, being the engineer, and you know, with good with machines. He'd be a person who'd be good to know how to stop a super cannon, but that role will fall onto somebody else in our party. So up here, just a dead end, so nothing there. And talk with the teleport. Looks like a warp device, so we can't use it. We're gonna see a similar one of them. So I guess it takes it where the warp should take us if you used it. When we get to back to the surface, to the Tower of Babil up there. We saw the Tower of Babil off to the side when I was going to Eblan to get that the treasure chests in that ruined castle. So apparently Rubicant was afraid of the ninjas who lived there, so he sent people ahead of him to, I guess, wipe out the ninjas, and they did so, and now it feels free to go back to the overworld. I just did a little bit of grinding here, just to find these enemies. The tofu enemies took about 5 minutes, maybe about like 6 battles or so. It's not a lot, but new type of flan enemy, which means that they don't take damage from physical hits unless you do like a critical hit, which Jarvis did there, and the only reason he was able to get a critical was because he has his blizzard thing exploits the elemental weakness of the tofus. And like the other flans, they're color-coded, so these are kind of like bluish-white, which means they're going to be weak against ice. Just like how the red ones are weak against fire, the yellow ones are weak against lit. So, flans are being nice and color-coded for our convenience. That's going to take off this elemental claw off of Yang, and give him one of the stronger claws, poison claw. So, I want that elemental ice claw, because we're going to fight an enemy here that doesn't have an elemental weakness, and yeah, this is where we're going to end up losing Yang. So, I'm going to, if you don't take off that ice claw, you don't really need it, but a new character that we're going to end up getting in our party can use claws. Not usually their best weapon, but you can use it sometimes to occasionally exploit an elemental weakness. And I'll go over that when we get that new character. We won't be getting them this episode, but we will be trying to stop these 3 dark imps who are controlling the super cannon. Shouldn't be too hard. We fought groups of 4 of them out in the overworld. So, we finish it off with the arrows. Yep, got a whole bunch of those Medusa arrows when I was fighting, trying to get those flan enemies. So we have so many arrows. We'll never have to buy arrows in the game ever. Got so many for free. In the after years, arrows don't get consumed. You just buy them once, and they never run out. So some of the remakes do that as well. I don't really like that. It's kind of unrealistic, I guess. But a lot of unrealistic things happen in this game that don't prevent it from being fun. Like, this is kind of unrealistic. Why Yang chooses to close the door and lock it, and I don't know what he plans to do to stop the super cannon. It's like he doesn't... I never knew anything about, like, machines or anything like that. He never talked about having a hidden skill with that. That's why I said, like, someone like Sid would be, you know, more believable to do something like that. Like, oh, I know how to do it. I have to do this, like, certain thing or whatever. I understand this machine, you know. So I don't know what Yang planned to accomplish, but I think the game just wanted us to lose a party member, to get a new party member, so yeah, they had to create the revolving door. So now we've lost Yang, and he'll be gone for the rest of the game. Like I said, in some of the remakes, though, you can have everybody, basically, except for Tella, who was in your party, come back and rejoin Rupes later on. Speaking of Tella, obviously he can't join your party because he died after casting Meteor. There's a piece of dialogue. I'll have to go back and maybe do it as a bonus in the thing, because I have a save like a few hours before that I can get it. But Edward has a little bit more dialogue. If you go back and tell him about Tella dying after the Tower of Zot. Totally missed that in my notes though, but like I said, I can go back and do that. I have a save, especially if I just run from all the enemies and stuff. It won't take me long to get back there, so maybe on the weekend or something when I have more free time. But just that way I can show off that scene. I'm reminded of that scene because as I'm looking at my notes here, the notes to remind myself to go back and see Edward when Yang leaves your party. So he has some new dialogue there. But he also had new dialogue when Tella left too, so I guess that I'll try to go back and show that off. So, and speaking of going back, we're going back to the beginning of the Tower of Babil, and we're going to be saved by somebody who's coming back to us. You have amused me a lot. It's Gomez. But he's not the one coming back for us. He's just coming to put an end to us. I guess he's tired of us meddling kids. And he casts a spell that kind of destroys this bridge, and we try to run away from it. But it catches up with us, and we're sent falling. But luckily, we land right on the Enterprise airship, because we have Sid returning just in time. How he timed that perfectly, I don't know. How we didn't get hit the propellers when we were coming down, don't know. But hey, we're just gonna roll with it because it's a fantasy game. So now Sid is back with the airship. We introduce him to Georgie, and now the Red Wings are going to introduce us to their new upgraded fleet. Can't we shake them off? Looks like they've modified the Red Wings. The Red Wings can now fly under the thing too, and I guess they're faster than us because if they wouldn't be swerving back and forth, they'd catch us easily. I mean, they're catching after us right here, according to Georgie, and they're, traveling more distance than us. So, the Indian Cat Lasso's on the roof. Take the control. Sid, what are you doing? Get out of the underground. I'll close the hole of this bomb. Oh, Sid, I went to see your children, Lily Rupes. But I guess I'll stay here for a while. Go to Bound and get my workers to help you. Sid, come on. And Sid's going to be good, Georgie. He's going to jump off the airships while we leave the hole. And he's going to throw this bomb up and seal the hole behind us. I'll show you the great fireworks of Sid, the master engineer. And like Sid said, that's basically going to trap him in the underworld for a while. So, you would think the fall would be lethal, but remember, falls in Final Fantasy don't really hurt you. So, spoiler, Sid will be just fine. But, yeah, I guess the game was kind of making you think oh, Yang left, now we're getting Sid back, but nope. We're getting a different party member. The last of our party members, well, not really the last party member, the last permanent party member that we'll be getting. But our party composition will change another time. For right now, we have to change the Enterprise here a little bit. So we're going to head back to Baron, and like Sid said, go see his assistants. And those are those two guys in the blue coveralls over there on the right, who are always goofing off. But even though they goof off a lot, they I guess are very capable because they're about to upgrade the Enterprise airship, which is going to allow Rupes and his party here to continue onward. Rupes, boss ordered us to attach this hook to the Enterprise. We're going to work on a cutscene here. We're going to see quite a few of these cutscenes where an airship is being worked on. Yes, I said airships. We're going to get a different airship other than the Enterprise. And that's going to require a few modifications as well. We get quite a few vehicles in this game. And one of the vehicles we'll be getting back, or putting back to use now that we have this hook, is going to be the hovercraft from Damsire. So that's going to open up a few new areas. You can now hook and carry the hovercraft. Hook and let go of the hovercraft, press A over the thing. Now you can go to the cave of Eblan by the Tower of Babil. They bring the hovercraft to the shore and drop it off. We're about to tell them about having to Sid, but they're like, we know you're having trouble handling him, but he'll be okay. And they run off. And we are put back here on our airship. We're just going to land here and make a save here. Next episode, we're going to go talk with Edward, talk with Yang's wife, talk with the Elder in Residia. We'll talk with the crewmen here, and then we'll go grab that hovercraft. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.